I must say, didn't know much about Ireland. After I received, I had no plan to come over, so I was thinking of Spain or Brazil. So when I got my appointment, I started looking into the general aid books and the publications and the websites, and even to the webs to know more about the country. So I must say I wasn't very much sure, but when I had about 18 to 19 months to prepare myself, so I thought I read quite a lot about Irish culture, food, people, language, or the practice of the religion and various things. I think I was clear by the time. The readings gave me a good indication of what kind of the religious practices would be here like. But when I came, when I started to experience the real indifference with regard to faith, I think I was shocked. The whole way people took their faith so lightly in terms of it's only a matter of a cultural obligation, not a religious way of life. So that's what something that really bothered me when I came. But I knew I had read about it, and I knew that's what I would be getting. But then when it really happened, that was different. It was in a way difficult to understand because although I come from India, there are different religions. All religious traditions have very strong following. So when it comes to Ireland, it's not that people have no faith. People have faith, but I thought people are very difficult to profess it openly. Maybe we have our own church difficulties and cultural factors contributing to that. A mix of everything. I thought people failed in a sense to take ownership of the faith that they have. I have been thinking about how to do mission in Ireland in a different way because of the problems the Irish church is undergoing. In a way, I must say things are different when I look at. There is number of people practicing still falling even in the parish where I serve in Arklow. We can notice that, but I think a new life those who come from outside can bring it because the clergy here have been thinking in the same pattern across the country. I think there you need a new way of looking at things. Maybe someone from outside can give a bit of boost into the whole process. That's where I think the contributions, the missionaries coming from different parts of the world, even missionaries who have worked abroad coming back to the home country in Ireland can contribute because I think the system has to change the way we deal with faith formation. I think we need to start from the very basic aspects of introducing faith back into the Irish culture. One of the things I think the struggle is in terms of getting the youth involved in anything. If there are sacramental preparations happening, that's in the primary school, we get about 50 to 60% of the parents and children involved. Once that is done, it is very difficult to get these boys and girls back into church or any of the church activities. Even those children who are friendly with you while they are doing their sacramental preparations, once they move into the secondary school, even if you meet them on streets or in the shopping center or while you're out in a outside somewhere, they turn their face away. It's not because you have done anything wrong. It's because it's not cool to associate themselves with anything to do with faith or religion or church. So I think bringing or getting these groups of two generations or of youngsters back into some form of faith and religious life, a tool for their own daily life, will be the key challenge. I must say, SVDs didn't have anything in particular to offer to the missionaries coming from other parts of the world. But nevertheless, I must say, within the limited structure and setting, the province was very good to me. From the time I arrived, I had some months to spend looking around the country, going to places, visiting people, and then I had a very good interaction on into the Irish church and life in the local parish in Glanworth. So the priest, excellent, who accompanied me was excellent. And then the opportunity came up in Arklow, and I must say, things have. I was able to settle into the country pretty fine, and within the limited structure what we had, they were able to accommodate. I think there has to be much more developed and thought out structure if there are more missionaries coming in. With regard to new missionaries coming in and the openness here, I think every person, when we have a one-to-one chat or even an assembly or a group, people speak about, we can get missionaries, and then they are the real promise of the province, or that kind of consciousness is there in the conference. But I'm not sure how much of that is being in reality implemented. There is a good amount of goodwill among the conference. I think what we require would be a proper structure in which the SVDs decide, maybe for the next 5 to 10 years or 15 years, 2 or 3 areas in which we concentrate, and then we have personnel for that, and then we move into those specified ministries.